And we are live. What's good? It's your man DL Saint. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. How y'all doing? How's it going? Y'all know what it is. Just doing a quick sound check and all that good stuff, man. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Happy Monday and all that good stuff. I made it through the weekend. I'm here. All is well. My daughter's doing really well in school. We just got to get a couple grades up. We'll figure that out real soon. Trying to get that B honor roll on the way. Which for real is such a huge accomplishment for my little girl, considering everything we've been going through. I'm so proud of her. Just 2 classes away, 2 grades away, I should say. Everything else is A's and B's right now. We just got to sort out 2 classes, and she's gonna be there. Other than that, man, I hope y'all had a good weekend, man. I don't know what's up with y'all, but I'm over here just chilling. Clocks fell back. I forgot all about that. Clocks fell back, so I guess we get extra sleep. Is that how it works? But it gets darker sooner. It is what it is, man. I hope all that's good. Hope that's good. Brother Smeals was working all night. He was the first one to jump in the chat, so shout out to him. And shout out to everyone. We got Brother Mike in the house. What's good, fam? How you doing? What's good? What's good? Daughter GPA. Yeah, man, we're getting there. My daughter's still real young, so GPAs don't really, hit yet. But it is about, I think they do have an honor roll. So I haven't calculated her GPA. But I will once she gets these 2 grades sorted out. Trust me. I'll keep you posted, bro. Sister Candace is in the house. What is good, love? How you doing? How you feeling? Good to see you. Good to see you. And we just in here chopping it up. We chilling, Brother Michael. No Biden removed that. He probably did. You know how I feel about these politicians, bro, especially the ones that are bought and paid for, which Biden definitely is. Career politician. That man done made millions off the United States government. Didn't even have to serve. In the real, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have to serve in the military or nothing. Just sat back and carpet bagged his way to the top. I ain't mad at him. I am not mad at him. I might have to do the same thing. Sister Candace, I see the sub count is slowly growing. It is slowly growing. Thank you very much. I've been, I'm out here, I'm trying to network, always trying to network. And I was out there like last night. I was on Sir Hell Speaks podcast. Shout out to Sir Hell Speaks. Black Man Unfiltered. Y'all know I'm always over there. I'll probably pop in tonight and see what they got going on. There's always good stuff going over there. Brother Dusto. And I just been meeting folks. Suzette Speaks. Melanie King has been MIA. I don't know what's up with Mel. She hasn't gone live in a minute since we had Hurricane. I think like right when I got back from the hurricane, I think I saw her go live once or twice, and I haven't seen her since. But to find out where she at and what she's up to. But, you know what I mean? And everyone else, of course, fresh and fit. You know what I mean? Everyone out there, Rich Cooper, Entrepreneurs in Cars, you know what I mean? Better Bachelor, shout out to Joker, and all the rest. You know what I mean? So I'm out there making moves, getting seen. It's a grind, y'all. It is definitely a grind. Just watching these different podcasts and like talking to different content creators. And it seems that 3 to 5 years is like the magic number. You know what I mean? There's, of course, that seems to be the rule. There are exceptions. Fresh and Myron, definitely an exception. They came in and, within 2 years, over 1 million subs. Shout out to them. But they were already online doing their own thing prior to that. So it seems to be 3 to 5 years as a content creator before you really get to the good pay dirt. And, I ain't scared. I'm gonna keep doing it. We're going to keep growing it. Brother Michael, there is no clocks going back. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, the clocks went back already, but this might be the last time. Someone was saying that to me today, as a matter of fact. It is what it is. If that's the case, Brother Smith was in the house. He was number 1 today. What's good, bro? G'day. I'm back work again. Yes, you are. Brother Jason's in the house as well. What's good, fam? I see you making it happen. Detroit was playing some good football, bro. I was watching the Lions like, yo, who were they? And the Bengals, of course, was playing some real good football. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Mixon, bro. 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. Like, that was crazy. Brother Mike, or am I wrong? I'm hearing that. Are you talking about the clock thing? I am hearing that they're going to change that. This might be the last time we do it. So come spring, we might be coming off the daylight savings. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if that's even worth keeping up with. We'll find out when we find out. You know what I mean? we will find out. They never removed it. It's all BS. Yeah, but it's supposed to be upcoming. They didn't remove it yet, but it might be coming. It might be coming this spring. We might not spring forward. This might be it. And Sister Candace, it's good to be seen. It's always good to see you. Always good to see you. So y'all know I'll be out there, and I came across this story last week. Math Hoffa, for those who don't know, Math Hoffa is a battle rapper, man, an artist. Been in the grind, out of New York, been in the grind for a long time in that world. And I didn't really know anything about battle rap. I know the first time I saw Eminem was before he was famous, and it was at a festival which spotlighted battle rappers. And what they would do at this festival, they had like graffiti, like taggers. They had dancers, like break dancers and stuff like that. They had DJ competitions, and they had battle raps. Like they had rappers that would just come out and battle. And they did it for money. So this is how these dudes were making their bread back in the day, man. This was back in the 90s, and they would go from city to city, and they would have these battles, and they would win money. Like there was a whole process for the weekend. They do like a little tournament kind of thing. Last two guys standing, winner takes all. That's the first time I ever saw Eminem. I was like, yo, dude can rhyme. I ain't gonna lie. Like, dude was fire. And the next time I saw him, he was on TV with Dr. Dre. So Math Hoffa came up in that space as a battle rapper, and that battle rap continued to evolve, and I didn't know anything about it. As a subculture that I just wasn't aware of. And so Math Hoffa started a podcast called My Expert Opinion, and in the beginning he would bring on battle rappers, and they would talk about like whatever's going on in the industry with battle rap and whatever else they would talk about, right? And that kind of morphed into Math Hoffa bringing on titans of the industry. You know what I mean? So you're starting to see people like Method Man, Fat Joe, you know what I mean? All the big names in the hip hop space that you can think of was coming through there. People you knew and people you did not know. I saw from Tribe Called Quest, I saw Q-Tip on there. You would see all these just mega people from the battle rap space, people from the mainstream hip hop community just coming on there and talking about the business and talking about different stories and whatnot. It's a very good podcast. Go over there and check it out. My Expert Opinion. And so Math, of course, built this thing from the ground up. Him and his producer, Space Ghost, calls himself Space Ghost. And that's kind of they've been morphing and changing as they go. As like I said, it takes time, especially like these YouTube streets, man. It's a grind. But lately, it featured a couple co-hosts. It's really like four guys, but two of them in particular, Esso and Heineken, dudes that I never knew prior to this podcast. I mean, these guys have been in the business a long time, working with record labels, doing this, doing that in the business. And I know a little bit about the business. I messed around in the hip hop world, the R&B world. I was working for an independent label out of Cincinnati, Ohio. It was called All Net at the time, and it was a label that was who was it? Basketball player who came out of Cincinnati, and his brother actually put together a business plan to get his brother to finance this record label. So his name was Tyrone Hill's the name of the basketball player. I think he's a coach now. And dude got good numbers. Go check his stats. He was a beast. Came out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Went to Xavier University in Cincinnati. Went on to play for Philly and some other teams. I want to say he was a forward, maybe a power forward. I don't remember which one he played. I don't know if he played the 3 to 4. I don't know. But really good, really good athlete, amazing dude. So I was with this label. His brother was Aaron. Shout out to Aaron Hill. And so yeah, I was messing around in the music industry. Coming out of a small town is real hard because you want to talk about shady. Q-Tip said the record company business, like record company execs or whatever is shady, but everyone in that business can be shady. It's bad. You know what I mean? It's bad. It was definitely more honor amongst the street dudes in the hood. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about drug dealers and stick up boys and all that. It was more honor amongst them than I found what was going on in that music business. It was crazy. Crazy. To this day, I don't understand how Me Too skipped that. I don't know. To this day, I don't know how Me Too managed to skip over the music industry. They went after Hollywood, but they left, the music industry alone. I don't know how that worked. But anyway, you know what I mean? We're talking about Math Hoffa. We're talking about my expert opinion. We're talking about the two guys that were on there. Well, three. It was producer Space Ghost. It was Heineken and Esso. And apparently there was some sort of break. The show it seemed to be humming along. If you watch this, I watch the show periodically. I'm not loyal, but I subscribe. I watch some good clips come through, and I'll sit down and watch. Like, oh, okay, this is cool. But I did notice like those two dudes were gone, and apparently it turned into a thing. So that's what we're gonna talk about. And keep in mind what I said about the music business. Like the music business, hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, pop music, man. It's all it's cutthroat. It's really cutthroat. And it doesn't have to be. I don't understand why. Way worse than Hollywood. Way worse than, trying to sell a script or getting on as a director or actors or whatever. The casting couch in Hollywood has nothing on what goes on in those studios, what goes on in that business. And there are some good people in that business. There really are some good people who are just doing their thing. They're excellent. They have the talent. They're getting paid, to do what they do, and they love it. Good people, go home to their family, got kids in the whole nine. But there are a lot of bad people in that business. A lot. And it's really hard to discern who is who. I mean, it really is. And then it mixes in with the street stuff, and it mixes in with different rules. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. And I went through that. When I was at this small label, I went through that. They had one of them guys in there. They had a dude in there that was a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And I dealt with him according to the street rules. I didn't understand there was separate rules inside the, inside the company as far as the production and all this kind of stuff and the office politics inside of the label. I wasn't hearing that. You know what I'm saying? I was still deep in the streets. I was a knucklehead. You came at me a certain way, I'm going to give you a pass, give you another pass. But at some point, I'm going to come deal with you the only way I know how to deal with you. And that's what I did with this guy. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got away from me, though. But, hey, Sid, if I catch you, it's still on. All these years later. Yes, all these years later. If I see you, it's on. You know what I mean? But because he got away. He managed to get away. But this is what they deal with in that business. And that's why you hear about these things that spill over into the mainstream media dealing with some people who are in that business, be it rap, be it R&B, you know what I mean? Be it whatever, pop, rock and roll, heavy metal, it's all the same, man. It's elements of violence just weave throughout. You know what I mean? Weave throughout. So this is a story. We're going to get into this about what's going on with my expert opinion. And I think that, and I use Math Hoffa as a good example because the way he handled this situation is true boss tactics. True boss tactics. You know what I mean? So I definitely have to tip my hat to the brother, Math Hoffa, you know what I mean? Because you could have done some way different stuff, and you know what I mean. You could have handled this completely different, and he did not. You know what I mean? So salute to him, shout out to him, and those who are still in that business. Let's catch up on the chats, and then we'll get into it. Brother Jason, we still having them big battles here. It's an underground thing, and the D not sure about other cities. Oh, it's an underground thing in Detroit. Not sure about other cities, but probably. Usually they are hidden behind open mics. Yeah, bro. I mean, that world, the underground rap world, I'm not sure. I know it's still out there. And I know they're getting paid, you know what I mean, for like certain battles, people getting big tickets for it. And it is what it is. I was never a part of that. Brother Mike was saying, interesting. Brother Doug's in the house. What's good, fam? Me too went after the music industry. That's why Russell Simmons is in Bali. No extradition laws. But only Russ? Like, yeah, he was, you know what I mean? He was doing his thing, but he the only one? Come on. That's what I mean. Like, they didn't really come at him hard, though. And I mean, I'm talking about the industry as a whole. They didn't come at him hard. You know what I mean? Trey Songz still beating allegations. Oh, Trey Songz too? Oh, so they did hit him. All right, because they didn't make it. You know what I mean? Everybody hear about the Weinsteins and all that other stuff on Hollywood side. I didn't hear too much about what was going on the hip hop side. And yeah, Russell Simmons did go to Bali. He was like, oh, it's about the yoga experience because he's like really into that yoga thing. But yeah, he's probably like, yeah, the jig is up. Let me get out of here. Smart man. And Brother Mike's like, very interesting. Yeah, that world, man, I'm telling you, that world is way different. Definitely an eye opener, bro. Like I said, I much rather Given the choices, I'd have rather stayed in the street doing what we was doing as opposed to dealing with a label, because it was just more honor amongst the thieves on the streets than it was, you know what I mean, inside them labels, bro. It was some wildness going on in there, man. Wildness. And it was, again, I was straight off the block. I was young. The way that my mind worked, I knew I was gonna catch a case. I would call a case. There's no other way around it. Like it was definitely gonna happen. And that was just within those four walls in that place. And we ain't even talking about the bigger places and going out and the way they snake you for deals and the stuff that they do and they have you sign these contracts. These starving kids are just signing anything to get the bread and then turn around and realize that they left, you know, tens of millions of dollars on the table. And you'll look at it like, oh, you robbed me for this. And people are like, nah, man, this is the business. You got to be savvy enough to catch me. And a lot of people just like, nah, I ain't on that. And they gonna catch you. You know what I mean? So that business is so crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I'm out of it. I didn't want to stay in it. You know what I mean, Brother Doug? I didn't say he's the only one. R. Kelly, Michael from the grave. That's right. RTD, Alistair Crowley. Don't even know who that is, but RT, welcome. Thanks. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Welcome. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. Brother Smeebles, I heard they drug people and take photos of them in situations that made them sign anything they wanted. I've heard those same rumors. You hear a lot of craziness going on. Those rumors I don't tend to believe, although it might be true. But I can tell you this, you know what I'm saying? Depending on who you dealing with, what type of label you dealing with, people will come see you, bro, and get you to sign them. They'll get you to sign on papers one way or the other. You know what I mean? Because you got guys who come from a different world. You know what I mean? It's hitters in there getting money, real hitters. You know, they're like, this is better than being on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So they in there just chilling, doing their thing. And they catch you sleeping, bro, for real. They'll make you sign them. They'll make you sign them papers. You know what I mean? Like if you want to walk out of here, you're going to sign these papers. You know what I mean? And like I said, bro, it was just like being in the streets. It was just like being in the streets. So, and then Brother Doug continues, Chris Brown, but he beat his, yes, a couple times. Okay. Brother Doug is right. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm with you now. Yeah, now you got to sit down and think about it like, oh, you know what? They did come after them. That's it. It is more, I just can't remember. I feel you on that, Brother Doug. Yep. So thanks for, you know what I mean? Thanks for jogging my memory. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. And now as you mention those names, I'm like, I can think of some other names as well. So yeah, I guess me too did make it over there. Brother Cody is King's in the house. What's good, fam? Good evening to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? Loyalty is the utmost important. Yes. I can't stay, DL, but I have you playing. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, we're going to talk about this, man. And loyalty is real. And that's what the music industry lacked. And that's what Hollywood lacks. And some would say that's what, you know, corporate America lacks. There is no loyalty. It's all about just getting it how you get it. The ends justify the means sort of thing. So, and I can see that, you know what I mean? And if you look at it, you know, you can argue that, you know what, that's just human nature, quite possibly. You know what I mean? But this is a good opportunity to look at an example that's pretty fresh and people can kind of see what's going on. And, you know, it's so many issues just wrapped around it, but loyalty is king. Like the people in my clan, I'm loyal to them to a fault. But I'm talking about they're loyal to me. I'm talking about those people I can trust no matter what. I can drop $1 billion cash money in their living room and come back and that money will still be there. I ain't got to worry about it. Those are my folks. You know what I mean? And I realize that's rare. And yes, I'm exaggerating. Like, of course, who's going to get $1 billion? Well, tonight around 11 o'clock, they doing a lottery down here in Florida. That Powerball is 1.9. It'll probably be over 2 billion by the time they do the drawing. You know what I mean? So somebody might walk away with a smooth $1 billion on a lottery ticket, $1 billion. That's crazy. You see the kind of money that floats around this country. That's crazy. Wake up broke, go to bed, $1 billionaire. Only in America. Don King was right. Only in America. And Brother Cody's like, why he's in the gym? Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Sister Candace, please like the video on your way in. Yes, please do. Please do. You know what I mean? I see everybody chopping it up in the chat. That's what's up. Definitely, Brother Michael, hit the like button. Thank you so much. If y'all do like it, please hit the like button. Please share. RTD, he's the father of the entertainment industry craziness It goes deep. Oh, word? I'm gonna have to break that down and look into that. RT, thanks for that. Appreciate that. I'm gonna have to look into that because I did not know. Yo, but loyalty is key. Sister Kansas, I got my tickets. I got mine too. I got my tickets, and like I said, tickets for my whole clan. My people was out on a vacation. They was gone for the weekend, and it was like, oh, I forgot to get the lotto tickets. I didn't realize it was that high. And I'm like, what? I got that for you. Y'all been playing the lotto the whole time. What? Y'all know I got you. You know what I mean? I got all that for them. Here you go. That's y'all's. Just give it to them. Y'all won. That's it. You know what I mean? So, of course, you got to pull that up and go out there and get it and see what happens. You know what I mean? Brother Dusto's in the house. Scam likely in the building. What's good, fam? What is good, fam? Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Sister Candace, the only time I play is when the pot is this big. Yeah, that's everybody. That's how it jumps. That's how it jumps. $1.9 billion on the Powerball. So, with all that said, man, let's get into it. Do I want to use that one? I'll use this one. I'll make myself a little smaller and that one big. So we're gonna get into this. This video here is an Instagram short. It's S.O. Heineken. They're going off on Math Hoffa and explaining why the podcast broke up. And it says this is part one. I didn't see part two or whatever. It is what it is. But it's just basically it's gonna kind of set the parameters of what's going on. So let's check this out and hear what they are talking about.
Wait, though, because that's the running theory. We did not walk away.
No, that's the running lie.
Okay, yes, lie theory. We did not walk away. We were asked.
We were not asked. I was never called. We ain't gonna cap. I didn't fight for the situation.
No, I said Mecca and Sean.
Okay, because we all fought. I didn't fight. If a nigga, somebody don't want me,
right off rip. So what I'm seeing is I'm feeling a whole lot of, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna have to say it. And this is how the young kids talk these days, like the negative energy. You feel a whole lot of that, right? They're not sitting back like, well, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Now it's a lot of So anybody come up to me yelling like that, off rip, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Yeah, this is your side of it, but okay. Because y'all not really speaking to any facts. Y'all just talking right now, right? Y'all just talking. And I believe this clip came from their podcast. So mind you, they was on Math Hoffa's podcast, you know what I mean, doing good numbers and like really getting their name out there. And now they shift over to their own podcast and, you know, and they're saying these things. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, like emotional males, absolutely.
I don't go where I'm not wanted. The only reason why I knew about not coming to Rich,
homie
Quan was because he told Heineken, I don't need you that day. If you don't need him, you don't need me. Math went on record to tell me to my face that nobody's really checking for me and I only make money off the show. Although he wasn't paying me at the time. And I said, yo, the record label pays me $5,000 to do independent work. Yeah. Real talk, niggas know I spend thousands of dollars on dinner. Just pay me what you owe me.
We did not walk.
So that's how it starts off. So you got these two guys. These are 2 to 3 guys who are no longer with the show. The third guy is the producer, Space Ghost, which you rarely saw. You heard every now and then, but you rarely saw on the platform. And the platform, the way it looks, it's shot in a barbershop. So you have the primary folks are in the barber chairs, and then you'll have people in like the wait on deck chairs. You know, if you've ever been to a barbershop, you got the people sitting, getting their cut, and you got the people sitting, waiting. They have the smaller chairs with people waiting. And they'll have like people from, you know, various, you know, people from their crews or just friends or whatever hanging out. They're not mic'd up. The people in the chairs are mic'd up. Right, so that's how the show runs. It kind of gives you a feel of just kicking back in a barbershop. Any barbershop in America, that's pretty much how it runs, especially in our community. So it was a really good concept, right? LeBron James does the same thing. This I think is on HBO or whatever it is. Like LeBron James has something very similar in which they're using the same type format, but they're talking about different. It's like different content. So yeah, these guys were there. They came in around the same time I began to follow and watch. They came in, and because they have their expertise in the music business, you know, they were able to contribute to the conversations and add here and add there. I mean, truth be told, I wasn't crazy about the two dudes because I don't know their history. people who are into that world, they're like, oh, these dudes are the gods. It's, they've been around, they're mega. Okay, great. But I would listen to the conversation and I would, sit there sometimes like, I wish he hadn't answered that, or I wish he hadn't said that, or I wish he hadn't stopped the conversation. But that's just one man's opinion. Most people who watch it like, yo, those dudes, they are fire. They add a lot of value to that platform, and the numbers back that up. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much where that started at. Brother Michael liked the video. Eric B. That's what said. I always reminded me of Eric B and Rakim, but Eric B, no loyalty in the black community, shaking my damn head. Yeah, man, it's easy to say that. We say that a lot, those of us from the black community, but I'm here to tell you, the Armenians go through the same thing. The Koreans go through the same thing. The Italians go through the same thing. You know what I mean? White folks out of the trailer park go through the same thing. Corporate America, right? They'll tell you up front, ain't nobody your friend here. It's player versus player. So this loyalty thing, I think you can safely say that it's across the board. We're talking about it in our community because we're talking, you feel me? So, but everybody gets touched by disloyalty. Everybody. You know what I mean? But welcome, brother, and thank you for being here, man. Like I said, I'm sure you got plenty of other options at this time of day, and you here with us, rocking with us on the I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. Thank you for coming through. And I hope that I can keep you around. So one of the things I wanted to do, let me stop that screen. I wanted to put that in there so we can, let's set the stage. You got three people who are no longer with the platform. Space Ghost, of course, you can't see. He's behind the scenes or whatever, but Space Ghost is not there as well. So Math Hoffa was quiet about all this. When his first jumped off, he wasn't saying much of nothing. He was just pushing forward, getting it done, having to take care of business, keeping the platform rocking. Mind you, he's been doing this for years, right? 3 to 5 years. I'm not sure exactly how long. I want to say 3 years. He's been doing this. It's gone through a lot of different phases, like different type folks, you know what I mean? So it got to the point where it was popping. And I'm going to tell you, like, I know Math was working hard on this because the man doesn't know me. I don't know him. I never met, but we've communicated on Instagram, right? I sent a message or something about something and he liked, and then he responded. And I forget what it was, but he hit me back. Like, and I was like, oh, snap. This brother was really putting in the work, like in the trenches, really growing this platform. So shout out to him. And I can only imagine how difficult that is because, dude, I'm 7 months in and I have a hard time keeping up with the emails and keeping up with the DMs and keeping up with the calls. You know what I mean? And I'm only 7 months in and look, dude, I'm not even monetized yet. So I can only imagine what it's like to have over 500,000 subs and bringing in, like hip hop legends and having everybody to want to holler at you and, and being in a city like New York and doing everything that he's doing. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, shout out to him. So that's what it is with those two dudes. So Math was real quiet, but I was watching Choke No Joke. Shout out to Choke No Joke. Go check him out on Instagram. And I found this. There's a couple clips with Choke and Math Hoffa talking about this situation. And I mean, Math really got in deep on this one. Like he just brought it all the way home. It was like, man, we're about to go 100% transparent. This is what it is. So we got to hear Math's side of it. Now I know people are gonna be out there like, yo, man, you didn't give Heineken and Esso their proper due. I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't. I'm not, it's one of those things. It's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I can see it. Just based on my own personal opinion, I gotta see what it is. Right? And the stuff that they were saying, you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know about all this, bro. I don't know. This sounds like it might be something else going on here. So and the fact that Math was quiet, it let me know, like, well, I bet you this dude got the receipts. I bet you Math is sitting on the paperwork. He just don't want to say anything. Like, man, I'm just gonna let this blow over. Forget about it. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at them. You know what I mean? Hopefully they ain't mad at me. I'm just gonna keep pushing forward. They've already decided to push forward. They got a podcast that they're trying to do their thing. So you're right. I'm not pulling up all the stuff that they were doing because I've already made up my personal mind. Now, I could be wrong. And if I come across something down the line, I will be sure to do a follow-up to this particular live. But let's check out what Math had to say about the situation. Again, this was on Choke No Joke. Go check him out over there. Again, I'm an outsider to this world. Choke No Joke. I have a lot of subscribers over there. Go subscribe and check out what the brother has going on over there. But yeah, it was Math said some cool things, and I just wanted to point some stuff out. Let's do this, and let's do that. That's right. Yep. So let's listen to Math right here about 3 years. Yeah, because Math was like 3 years rocking with Space Ghost and stuff that was said about that. So let's check this out.
That's on Heineken. Y'all niggas want to do y'all thing. I'm not mad, my nigga. I felt like you wanted to do that from the rip. It is what it is. But Space, you've been around me 3 years, man. Three years. You spent 8 months around these niggas and now you jumping ship with them? We were supposed to talk like men.
I'm gonna pause it right there, man, because this, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I don't know this man. I've never met this man. I'm talking about Math Hoffa, but I can feel the pain. I know where he's coming from. I've been with dudes that I've been down with. I thought it was down like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were in my camp for real. I know I had they back. And then when you find out they really ain't down like that, man, that it does hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It hurts. It hurts. It's like, wow, bro, we were in the trenches like that, and this how you do me? It hurts, bro. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
Like we've been talking throughout the years. All of a sudden, this nigga just got on some different shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. But now you want to sit down and have a meeting because you think there might be a deal? You played your hand. I read it. Oh, opportunist. You ain't about the movement. You ain't about us spreading love instead of spreading negativity. You ain't about that. You're here for the dollar. All right, cool. I can find somebody else that's here for the dollar. I don't need that. Simple.
Man, that's...
And like I say, he real, you know what I'm saying? It hits hard, bro. It hits hard. Eric B. Yes, it's true that every other racial group has disloyalty, but we are the most hated group around the world, so we have no time for practicing this detrimental behavior. I'm not going to argue that point. And you can kind of, that's, that's what Math Hoffa was on right there. That's what he was on. Like, come on, man. I get it. You here for the money? Fine. That's all right. You know what I mean? You ain't here for the big plan. And that's another thing too, man. People fail to see the vision. Like they short-sighted, man. They short-sighted. So many people are short-sighted. And it don't happen until you start to get close. And then people want to start acting a fool. Right? And if, like I said, with my clan, I don't have those problems at all. I just don't. I'm fortunate like that. But I'm telling you, it's a very tight group. It's a very tight group. And I expect the drama from everybody else. Like Mav said, I expected it from these two dudes. But he was like, but you, my man, we've been doing this for 3 years. He was talking to Space. It's like, yo, Space goes, we've been doing this for 3 years. And you've been with these cats for a few months and you ready to jump with them? You know what I mean? Like, and I get that pain. Let's see. Was that it? We got a few more. We got another minute or so. Let's listen to the rest.
That shit is disappointing, man.
It is disappointing, but it ain't gonna, bro. This is not the. You know how many co-hosts that I had? Like, I don't want to make it sound bad, like I be chasing niggas away or whatever. Right. But for me, when I walk in this spot, I gotta feel good energy. And I was saying for weeks before this shit even went down. I was saying for weeks. So when I walked in, like, when y'all niggas gonna let me in the other group chat? And they be like, there ain't no other group chat. Yeah, all right. We going out places. I run a Sprinter. These 3 niggas won't ride together. The fuck I spent this money on a Sprinter for?
Yeah.
I felt the energy. I felt it. When you come around a nigga and he like, what's up, rich nigga?
Oh yeah. That's
and that's it right there, man. That's real talk. When they come around like that, people come around, man. They see you getting a little bit of success. If they're not backing your play, if they're not happy and trying to figure out how they can add more value and get you to a higher plane of success, you need to cut them cats right away. And man, so many people do that. People do that, man, especially in the streets. It's like what Brother Eric B was saying, man. It happens in our hood all the time. on every level. Like, oh, you think you all that? Oh, look at you. Like he said, oh, I see you now. Oh, you the boss now, huh? Huh? You Mr. Moneybags, huh? Hey, what? Where'd that come from? You know what I mean? Brother Jason with the cash app. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. $5. I'm telling you, man, every dollar counts. Like I said, I got something for you, player. I got something for you. I'm saying, like, I'm working on some things. As soon as it comes in, you, Doug, all my day ones, I got something for y'all, for real. For real, for real. I really appreciate the support, man. I really do. Colonel Sanders is in the house. I see you. Brother Michael, yeah, man, I see you, chat, man. Definitely want to look out for the kids, man. You know, everybody don't know. You might want to put in there that you're a coach. Everybody don't know your story, man. Don't assume that they know or remember. Like, you're a coach, man, and you're looking out for the youngins, and you should be. We should be looking out for the youngins. You know what I mean? They deserve to be protected. You know what I mean? Brother Michael, I know what you said above was I know what I said above was random, but I care about our future as humanity. Yeah, man, you have to. That was random, bro. Be careful about that. Remember, we need to talk. We need to talk, man. We're going to do a show. I'm going to try to do a show here next month or so to kind of talk about certain things like that. You know what I mean? Just, you know, that's a quick aside. We're going to talk about it, man, because think about it, this is bro, if I wanted to make you look bad, you gave me all the ammunition I needed right there in that post. If I was really trying to do something or make you look bad or paint you a certain way, you know, so be thinking about that whenever you post, whenever you say something, whenever you leave a message, right? Whenever you call somebody, right? Whatever you're about to say, whatever you're about to text, understand that that person is not the only person that's going to read it or hear what you're saying. Keep that in mind, people. Look at this, what's going on with Math Hoffa and everything, right? Everyone's getting involved in this. So it's going to be receipts at some point. If this keeps going, it's going to be receipts. It's going to be text messages. It's going to be phone calls. It's going to be contracts. It's all going to come out. So keep that in your mind. This is the world we live in, right? So always be thinking. Don't give your enemy an opportunity to hurt you. Don't give them ammo that they can use to fire at you and keep your head down. They can keep you suppressed with that, man. They keep you pinned down with the ammunition you're giving them. So be real clear when you communicate and understand you ain't just talking to that person. You know what I mean? Even if everything is good on Monday, come Wednesday, y'all might be enemies, bro. And they got all that info on you. They got, you know, ladies, same thing with y'all. They got all them pictures. Be careful who you send them pictures to. Y'all need to be doing this. Don't let them see your face. Don't let them see your face. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I wanted to throw out there. Like, be careful, y'all. Be careful. But yeah, and Brother Michael continues, since we're talking about being around positive and negative energy, absolutely. Brother Jason, again, thanks for the $5. Cash App, man, I really appreciate that, bro. I really do. Like I said, every little bit counts, man. And I look at it, every big count. You know what I mean? Those are big things to me, bro. That's hard-earned money. You can do anything with that, bro. And you sending it to me. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother Michael, like super chats. Yeah, we're getting close, man. We're almost there. Shout out to brother Rod Eric, man, and Cornerstone, man. They're out there. They're actually helping me build the platform up and adding value. Brother Rod is out there actually putting time steps on videos for me. Shout out to you, brother. I really appreciate that. And that is in turn, more people are watching. They can actually go to timestamps and click at what they want to see. If they don't want to sit through 2 hours or 3 hours, they just go look at exactly what they want to see, and they're sharing. So yeah, shout out to you, bro. And it's these small things, they add up. They add up, man, and that's what pushes you over the top, man. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know what I mean? And brother Colonel Samuel posted Cash App. There it is right there. I appreciate that, brother Smeebles. I got rid of a lot of people from my life because they asked me to do metal fab work to their race cars and expected to be done for free. I know that feeling. Yeah, bro. And here's the thing. When people come at me today, people come say, hey, I want to do this. I want to add value. I'll ask them what their rate is, man. And if they're part of my team, you're part of that, I'm going to pay your rate. I'm going to pay your rate. Right? I don't want a discount. And I got that from Andrew Tate. Shout out to Andrew Tate. Like, yo, you put together a team, right? And when you spend money, everybody in your team should touch that dollar. If you're going to spend $1, everybody in your team should touch that dollar before it leaves the circle. That's how it should work. We were never taught this. Correction. We were taught this. People were telling me this when I was younger, but I never truly understood it when I was younger. People, that's how you got to do it. That's why the black community seems so decimated. All that money we spend as a community, none of it is spent within the community. None of it. That's why, like, where I'm from, like, my neighborhood just tore down. All that money in the hood. All that dirty money in the hood. At least that money could be touching hands, but it's not. You know what I mean? We get $1. As soon as we get that dollar, we go to the next neighborhood over and we spend it. We don't spend that money in our own community, and that's what we need to start doing, y'all. We need to start changes. We need to start that. So how am I doing it? I'm starting locally with my people. If I need an editor or whatever, I'm gonna use my people. And they gonna use the same folks, and we're gonna build ourselves up with our own money that we earn and get, and we're gonna share it and make sure everybody touch that money. You know what I mean? And I think that's a good way to do it. Brother Hayoka's in the house. What's good, fam? That's how it should be done. You know what I mean? I see everybody's chopping it up. Eric B, Math Hoffa seems to be a real cool dude. I could see myself hanging out with this dude for real. Nah, he's a real one, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Straight up. Like, he's been through it. You know what I mean? We're not done. We got some more. There's some more videos we're going to see. And it's going to get into exactly what was going on. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I that's definitely somebody, like I said, I've already interacted with him. That's definitely somebody I could holler at myself. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Mav seems like a real one. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know, and we all came up the way we came up. It is what it is. And I definitely see all of the interaction in the chat, man. I'm glad y'all, you know what I mean, chopping it up. That's what's up, man. Like, it's good to have a platform where we can come together from all walks of life, man. We're all from different bubbles, bro. And we coming together, you know what I mean, to share and grow. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's all about at the end of the day, bro. Like I said, I'm just an old man in his attic talking to his computer. Like, what do I know, bro? But I'll tell you what little bit I do know, and I hope it can enlighten you and get you to the next 2 levels up. You know what I mean? And you can bring your crew with you. Bring your clan with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping. Brother Michael, you're absolutely brilliant when it comes to street smarts. Nah, bro, it's just I've seen it, man. And I appreciate that, but I've just seen it. I've just seen it. That's all it is. And I think about all the money that we touched and we didn't do nothing with it. Nothing. At least the mob built Vegas. Like, we didn't do nothing like that. All that money being touched in the hood, and no one in the hood is benefiting from that money at all. No one's going to college on that money. Nobody's setting up scholarships. Like, all the schools I went to, man, have been closed down or about to be closed down or changed into stuff. I'm talking about from elementary to middle to high school. Like, none of that money is coming back, bro. Like, the curbs are all jacked up when you go home, man. It's you know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. You on the street, you a gangster, but still. You know what I mean? If you're going to go off and you're going to throw a bag, you're going to throw 100,000, can you at least take 10,000 and put it into the neighborhood? Take $10,000 and help the corner store grow and expand. Maybe, you know me, maybe open up a safe space for kids to go and study, like free tutoring or something like that. I'm guilty. I ain't talk about this when I was young and I was out there like that. We didn't talk about this. So maybe using YouTube, and maybe we can get, you know, we get people to do that. These guys are touching M's every day. You know what I mean? Hey, man, take $100,000 and open up, you know what I mean, a STEM program for the kids in the hood, man. Make it a safe space, man. Sit down with all the shot callers, man. Sit down with the big boys. Be like, look, this block right here gonna be safe. This block right here is gonna be safe, man. Get some civilians in there to work with the police. You know what I mean? To keep the kids safe. We used to have a boys and girls club. The boys club back in the day, man. I don't even know if that's there anymore over there. And then we used to have like the community center over there, Hirsch, right over there on Red Road and Goshen. I don't even know if that's there anymore. That's all we had. And that stuff, the boys club used to go over there, pay $1, spend a whole weekend there and just, you know, shoot pool and play ping pong and hang out with the other kids and not be in the streets. I don't even know if they're doing that anymore. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's don't worry. We're going to keep talking about that sort of stuff, y'all. We're going to keep, you know, talking about that sort of stuff. And these values could be taught in those buildings. You can sit these kids down and you can tell them what it is to be loyal and tell them stories and tell them where the money came from. You know what I mean? These young kids, they understand good and bad. Like, well, look, if you're going to be out there in the streets, that's bad, but at least do something for the community. You know what I mean? But we're going to keep doing it, y'all. We're going to keep rocking it. Let me, let's find the next installment here, right? So 3 years, he rocked out 3 years with Space Ghost, and it just didn't work out. And then the 2 guys that they brought on, you know, they looking at him talking about, oh man, you rich this and you that, pocket watching, whatever. That sounds like jealousy to me, right? Though remember, those are the 2 dudes that we looked at first, the 2 dudes with all that emotion. Those 2 dudes, those are the same guys that was talking about, oh, there you go, that rich dude, this, that, and the third. Sounds like jealousy. You know what I mean? And again, Math was keeping it, he was keeping it easy. Like, hold on, you know what I mean? Like, he was trying to keep it, slow motion. Like, man, whatever. This is something we got to deal with, whatever. So there's 3 more clips, you know what I mean? 3 more segments within the clip that I want to show you guys. And then, you know what I mean, we'll open this up to discussion. But we still with Choke No Joke. Again, please go over there and subscribe. Like and subscribe over there on his platform, man. Support the brother for what he's doing. Let me pull this up. And yeah, here it is right here. And like, yeah, brother Eric B, like he was saying, man, it's in our hoods for real. It's in our hood big time, but it is in every community, man. I'm here to tell you, like in Cali, man, I saw it. It's in every community, bro. It's on the good part, like with the civilians, and it's also with the hood dudes, like the gangbangers and stuff like that. Because I know gangbangers, big boys, they done got clipped by their own set. Y'all saw with Nipsey Hussle. That's not a rarity. It happens a lot. It happens a lot in LA. You know what I mean? And it's sad to see. But it's the same thing. Oh, he getting too big. You know what I mean? He do this, do that. They come and see you, bro. It's man, I tell you, it's sad. It's sad. Let's see. Choke No Joke. Let's pull this up, and we're gonna start from the beginning. All right, here we go. So let's watch this. And this segment right here, Math was talking about Heineken and Esso, like, who are they?
So for me, it was like, all right, we showing love. Oh, great. Now niggas is really recognizing this shit. This shit is growing. It's growing. Felt like I had the team. Niggas started doing funny shit.
Man, it's disappointing, man. It's like,
And you see Math's emotion right there, bro. It's like hurting him, man. He's 100% committed to this platform that he's built. You know what I mean? 100% committed. He's dealing with every little detail of this thing, man. The brother ain't wealthy. He out here trying to make it happen. He still has to do what he has to do to provide for his family, right? He's still moving, like walking around, dealing with, I mean, he's still in the streets, like just walking around. You know what I mean? Like, you can't come out your house, you're on the street. You know, you got people like, what's good? You see what it is. He's still dealing with that. But he's like, man, I put all this commitment, all this energy into this platform. And you can see it right there, man. He hurt. This a real dude. This a dude who can reach out and touch you. You know what I mean? And make you feel it. And y'all don't, and before y'all start saying, man, you sound like a fanboy, Uncle Saint. Nah, man. Game, peep, game, bro. I just know what I see. I'm just letting y'all know what it is. This is what I see. This is a guy who reach out and touch you, right? Go check his pedigree. He did it at battle raps. This is a dude that would smack you at a battle rap. You know what I mean? So let's just continue.
NWA breakup again.
But here's the thing. Niggas thought it was NWA before that. They thought it was NWA before that.
Right.
Well, regardless to however a nigga feel, it's Math Hoffa's my expert opinion. It's a platform that I built so people could get to know me and stop listening to these niggas that was telling horrible stories about me. Oh, Math is like this. You know, Math is a hater. Math is that. Meanwhile, there's so many niggas that'll tell you a good story. Yo, Math looked out. Yo, Math did this. Yo, I was by myself. This nigga Math showed up, saved me. Yo, Math saved my life in the project. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wanted to talk about that. They wanted to just try to keep me down into, oh, he the real one. So let's stomp him down. Let's keep him down there. Created the platform. Shit started going. It was battle rappers at first. Then the battle rappers started hating, telling each other not to do my show. Cool. Went into my Rolodex. Who's my friends? Meth, you my friend. Come through. Cassidy, I fuck with you. Come through. The whole shit changed up. Kept growing. Brought these niggas on the platform. And let's be honest, most niggas didn't know who they was until they came on the platform.
And I said that when we started this, I didn't know who they were. You know what I mean? It was good to see them on the platform, but I didn't know who they were. I put it together pretty quick. You know what I mean? But to back it up and talk about Math Hoffa, right? This dude right here, he been through it. He been through it. Like, the real. Like, all right, like I said, game, peep, game. Like, all right, man, I can look in this man's eyes and understand he been through it. You know what I mean? He been through it. And what was he saying, man? He's going to put all that energy into this platform. Everything he said was facts. Go back and look. You can go back and watch the episodes, bro. And I'm telling you, it's hard. They're doing it in studio. It's really hard. I wanted to start this platform off in studio, and I had it. We were doing it, but it's still difficult. It's so many schedules that you have to juggle and make happen on the same day and bring this with, and it's a lot of tech and this and that. And then after, I got episodes that we did 3 episodes, I believe it was, maybe 4 in studio. I think it might have been 4. I still have them. You know what I mean? And when we start the Patreon, I'm gonna put them on Patreon first. I'm gonna put them on Patreon, and then after a while, I might share them on my regular YouTube. But we did them, me and Jay Swans. You know what I mean? And the name of that platform is Downrange. If y'all have been searching me on Instagram, you've seen Downrange Podcast. That's it. We haven't left it. We just had to put it on the back burner for a moment. And I went this route. Like, well, I'm gonna figure out how to do the StreamYard and how are they doing that and how the tech works and this and that and the sound effects and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I had to put it in the
Houston, we have
wrong button. I had to put it in the y'all know what it is.
tank. Arch. Nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
I had to put it in a think tank. I had to figure it out. I had to adjust. I had to shift the plan on the fly and keep pushing forward. And that's what I did. So I feel it. I feel his pain. 7 months of me doing it in this format. You go back a few more months when I was just in my car on my phone, just recording thoughts. And then you go back another year when we were trying to do in studio stuff and buying all these cameras and all this equipment and renting equipment and doing all this. Man, it takes a lot. It takes a whole lot to get these things going. And you ain't doing this stuff for free. Right? You got to come up with some bread. So I feel it. I feel his pain. I couldn't imagine getting all the way to the end and then, somebody acting up. I just couldn't. I would be mad too. I'd be mad too, man. So, but he was talking about, like, who are these dudes? And he was being 100. He didn't make them. They already had their own name, but he certainly put them on with a platform. Like, everybody was like rushing to holler at him. He certainly did that. So we're going to continue on here. Math was talking about something that he did wrong. And this is something I'm always talking about, y'all. Self-reflection, man. You got to look back. All right, where did I go wrong? Right? You got to, it's after action report. All right, this is what happened. Go back to the drawing board, write it all down. When I was working at the rap label, it was a rap R&B level. When I was working at AllNet, they would send me out to do street promotions, right? I would be in Louisville, Knoxville, man. I'd be up in Detroit. You know what I mean? I'd be in New York. They had me everywhere doing street promotions. And whenever they sent me somewhere, wherever we went that day, whatever we did, and I think I talked about this on this platform before, at the end of the day, before I went to sleep, first of all, I didn't drink. We were in all the clubs. We were at all the spots. I didn't drink. Not a single drink. Man, I was on the clock. I needed a clear mind. I needed to know what was going on. I had to stay focused. I had to do what I needed to do. At the end of the day, before I went to bed, I would sit down, pen and paper, and I would write everything down. After action review. Everything. This is what I did. These are the connections I made. Here are the cards. Here are the phone numbers. Everything down. So when we got back to Cincinnati, I turned all that in. Hey, what did you do? It's in the report, bro. And I learned that from the military. It's all in the report. And they'll come back to me like, oh, who is so-and-so? I just pull up. Boom, here it is right here. Here go their number, everything. All in the report. Right? That's the kind of dedication you have to have if you're going to put something up right. And that's what he's doing. He's probably constantly rehashing in his mind. Damn, what did I do wrong? So this is where he was talking about what he could have done better.
Feel like I did wrong. When I saw niggas getting distant, I should have called a meeting. I should have sat niggas down and been like, listen, this is my real game plan. This is what I have lined up for us. I didn't do that. I wanted niggas to just have faith. And that's kind of tough sometimes.
That's tough all the time. That's why you got to have a clan and got your back, bro. If Jay Swans took me on a mission somewhere to this day, if we go on a mission, right, I'm not asking him a lot of questions, man. He need to be focused on this, man. You leading this mission. I know what I got to do. I'm playing a support role. I know what I need to do. But it takes complete trust to do something like that. I don't need to know the details. Bro, you in command. So a lot of people just move like that. They're just moving. But if your team, if they're not with you, you know, it's going to be some problems. So you do, like we talk about vetting women, you want to be in a relationship. Well, this is a relationship too. You need to vet the people on your team. You need to figure that out. They need to know what it is. Day one. You need to know that they're down. Day one. They've already like, yes, I'm on. I'm in, bro. Count me in. I'm with you, bro. That's what you need to hear. And that's what he's talking about. He should have had a meeting early on. Maybe he should have vetted a little better prior to this. But let's continue.
So I understand it. I understand niggas getting the antsy, but when you got a good thing going, you don't fuck that up. And they had a good thing going, and they tried to go create their own shit, thinking it's gonna be better.
And you can see that's the part that hurt him. Is like, bro, like you can almost expect that, bro. You can expect that. And that is disloyalty at its finest. There it is right there. I could do better than you. Jealousy, envy, disloyalty, right? They get to thinking what you got and what they ain't got. You could be giving them your last, and they'll be thinking you ain't giving enough. Like, what? I didn't even make any money on that. I gave y'all everything, and it's not enough. And then they'll turn around and want to become your biggest competitor, right? That's why people have you sign non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, right off rip, before they even talk about anything, before they send you a piece of paper. You got to sign this NDA. That's why they do it. They have to protect themselves. This is something y'all got to look at. I'm trying to tell you. This is what something y'all got to look at. Colonel Sanders, LA is wild, dangerous. Yeah, man, the streets, all the streets right now. Shit, man, Houston is off the chain right now, bro. You know what I mean? And then you look at in Colonel Sanders, I think the decline of our people began with investing in clout as opposed to creating businesses. You know, that is a very layered conversation. You know what I mean? Like it's yes, that's a part of it, but there's so much more, bro. And it really boils down to biblical shit, man. Cain and Abel, bro. Jealousy. Am I my brother's keeper? And if y'all know what I'm talking about, go back and read Cain and Abel, man. Read the story of Cain and Abel. And y'all know I ain't a religious person, but I know the stories. Those stories in the Old Testament, right? I have a copy of the King James Bible. I have the Torah and I have the Quran. They're all right next to each other, right there on my bookshelf. And no, they don't burst into flames. No, they don't fight each other. They're just text. And I read the Old Testament a lot. There's a lot of stories on human nature in the Old Testament, man. That tells me something. All the way back then, eons and eons ago, people were dealing with this stuff, and it's still happening today. Am I my brother's keeper?
That's how it normally happens.
Right. Now, I can't have you. I know niggas been contacting these niggas to try to get on the show. They'll call me, yo, such and such, trying to reach you. All right, send me his number. I can't have you have a show where you interviewing guests, and I know niggas is calling you to get on my shit. Especially after you sent the fake agents at me. and had them niggas sending contracts to them about, yeah, this is from Revolt, and it's not.
And that's something right there, bro. It's hard to look past, man. Apparently, allegedly, you know what I mean? Those two cats put math onto a dude who was supposed to be from Revolt, which is Puffy's. Revolt TV was like Puffy's thing. And the whole thing was, oh, we got a deal for you. Here's a contract. Sign this contract, and we're going to get you on with Revolt, and it's going to be big money. And allegedly, the guy was lying. Like, he wasn't the truth. Like, and Math took that information as gold because it came from his camp. Y'all see what I'm saying? When people they want to push you out the way every way you can. And then when the truth came out, Math was hollering at his man like, yo, you sent me this dude. He a fake. Oh, is he? I didn't know that. Oh, really? I didn't know. I hate that, bro. That is something I hate. That is something right there. You want to see Uncle Saint get out of pocket? Try that shit. I'll lose it on the spot. I'll catch a case over that because I don't care. All right, I understand you trying to get me. That's one thing, man. But when the jig is up, bro, be man enough to be like, yeah, bro, we tried to get you. You know what it is. I can respect that. That I can respect. You know what I mean? It's matter of fact.
Everybody sit
got a story.
Sit down, please. It's story time. It's story time.
I'm living in LA. right? I'm living on Fountain Boulevard, man. I'm between Gower and Vine. This is where I'm living, right? Found a cool little spot. Now, mind you, this is being gentrified, so there's pockets. You might have 6 or 7 buildings. There's fire. The next 4 or 5 buildings, Section 8, right? So on Fountain is cool, but these little off streets, it might be, you know what I'm saying, Section 8, gang banging, whatever. Right? This is where I'm living. That's LA. It's gentrified. In LA, I don't care where you at, you are never more than a ricochet away from the hood. Beverly Hills, Compton, Watts, you know what I mean? The Valley, Pacoima, you ain't never but a ricochet away from the hood, right? North Hollywood, it is what it is. So I'm coming out, it's a Friday night, and I don't like driving. I wasn't gonna take no Uber. I'm a grown man. I come out my spot, and I'm just gonna walk the mile or so up to Hollywood Boulevard where all the spots at, right? And y'all know I stay on my tippy toes. No matter where I am, what I'm doing, my head is on a swivel. I can't get it out of me. It's just the way it was. I was like that before I joined the military, and once I got into the military, they really drove it into my head, and they honed that instinct. Keep your head on a swivel. So I'm walking, right? I got on dress shoes, nice. I got on some jeans, dress shoes, nice little jacket. It's kind of cool, whatever. Little hat on. I'm just walking, right? Head on a swivel. Right, I get about a block. I'm 1 block away from where I need to be. I'm 1 block away from Vine. Right, 1 block away from Vine. That's where all the lights at. Where I'm walking is kind of dark trees, residential. I hear something behind me. I turn my head slightly so I can catch the peripherals. There's a dude behind me. Right, he got on the sweats. You know what I mean? He got on gym shoes. Some of y'all call them sneakers. Got a hoodie on, and it's like pulled real tight. So it's all you can see right here. Right? Oh, snap. Right? So I see dude behind me, and his pace done picked up. I pick up my pace. So now you got this situation, right? Almost like some Benny Hill shit. All you needed a little money. You see my feet moving faster, and his feet start moving faster, right? Here's the deal. Dude was finna rob me. He just needed to get close enough to pull that thing out. This is what it is. Dude wants to rob me, but he needs to get close enough. I'm still far enough. If he pull out that heat, I could take off. I'm gone. He ain't gonna be able to hit me. No way. It's, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's a small streets, cars parked, there's trees, not like he got to get close enough to get up on me. So I speed up, he speed up. Now it's a race. I ain't running, he ain't running. But I'm walking fast, he walking fast. And it's a race to Vine. Boom, I get to Vine. Mad lights, cars everywhere, businesses, too many eyes. You can't hit me there. You can't hit me there. You ain't robbing me on Vine. There's cameras, everything. It was like a restaurant on the corner here. You got a newsstand here. You got what was it called, like a laundromat or something right here. You can't do shit. Cameras everywhere, right? Cars everywhere. I made it to Vine. So I slowed down to a regular pace. I got a little smile. I turned around. Dude, take the hoodie off. He laughed. He winked at me. It was like, okay, Vato. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, play. Like, okay, Vato. It is what it is. You know what I mean? He was trying to get me. It was what it was. I can respect that. You know what I mean? I can respect that. Right? He ain't come up talking about, oh, I wasn't going to do nothing to you. He ain't keep it. Nah, he kept it 100. I almost got you. I get you next time, player. I can respect that. So when you get caught, man, don't be coming around this month talking about, oh, I didn't know. Yes, you did. You said dude told me. My bad for going off on the tangent. Let me catch up with the chats. My bad for going off on a tangent. Convo and chill with Tommy B. What's good, fam? Welcome. Wrong button. Let me get the horns up. Welcome. Rod Aaron's in the house. I was already talking you up, bro. Your ears must have been itching, man. I was already talking you up. Cornerstone in the building, y'all. Fresh and fit. Dallas up in this piece. Sister Follows in here. What's good, love? You're never late. You're always right on time. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for coming through. You know what I mean, brother? Heck, situational awareness. Yeah, y'all better keep y'all heads on a swivel, men. Y'all better pay attention to what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? Because dude would have had me. I mean, what did I have on me that night? I might have had $150 on me, plus my credit cards and ID and all that. You know what I mean? So that would have been that's the part that would have sucked. They got the credit cards or whatever. And that's before Cash App and all that. So it's not like he would have, he'd have took my phone though. That would have been a pain in the ass too. But it was like no Cash App or no Venmo or nothing was on there. But still though, you got to see it coming. That was California. California is not Second Amendment friendly. Let something like that happen out here in Florida, bro. Let it happen out here in Florida. My concealed weapon won't be concealed for long. I see you coming up behind me. Boy, I'm gonna find some cover. Right, I'm gonna have that thing out. We gonna have a conversation. What's good, player? Hey, you go ahead of me, bro. You go ahead of me. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with that. California won't allow you the opportunity to protect yourself. That's why I tell everybody to get out of California. If you're going to stay in California, keep your eyes up, people. Keep your eyes up, especially now. The next 18 to 24 months is going to be crazy. Y'all, this recession stuff, man, it's just now hitting. It's going to be crazy. Y'all watch me. Y'all watch. It's coming. Be prepared. Stack your cash, people. Stack your cash. Get valuables. You know what I mean? Brother Michael, trainers. Yeah, we call them gym shoes, trainers. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all want to call them, sneakers. You know what I mean? That's what it is, brother. Smeevils enjoyed that story, man. That shit was scary as hell, bro. But, you know, it is what it is. Keep your eyes open. Brother Smeevils, you moving to America, you walking around, man, especially at night, man. Keep your eyes open, man. Head on the swivel. Always check your six. Always. Always check your six. Dude would have had me if I wasn't paying attention. If I'd have been sitting there on my phone listening to earbuds. That's why I don't wear earbuds and stuff when I'm walking. I need to hear what's going on around me, bro. You're going to hear something way before you see it. So y'all be walking around with y'all head buried into y'all phone, watching Instagram or whatever, man. You got somebody out there lurking, waiting on you. You know, catch you sleeping. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Break it all the way off, cuz. Put it in here. You know what it is, cuzzo. You don't want that situation. Keep your eyes up. You know what I mean? Convo and Chill with Tommy B. IDGAF. What does that mean? I don't give a fuck. What Cali is, I got mine all the time. I feel you on that, bro. Hey, rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I figured it out. I figured out the the acronym. I don't give a fuck. What Cali is, I got mine on me all the time. As do I, but here in Florida it's legal, bro. But like I said, man, I didn't get my first legal weapon until I was 50 years old. But I've always been armed. Yeah, go ahead and think about that for a moment. But yeah, let's get back to the video.
The trust was gone. And that's basically how it fell apart. The trust was gone. These niggas decided, I don't think Math is going to be able to get whatever. We need to go do our own thing. All right. You did your own thing. Guess what? I was able to pull it off. I am able to pull it off. I did have a master plan for niggas. But I can't trust you now. Especially after you hit me with an extortion situation like, nah, bro.
Did you ever get your stuff back?
No. I just went and blew the bag in B&H, bro.
So he's talking about a situation where Space Ghost, I guess, had his equipment or maybe had some content. And I think Math was talking more about equipment. And it was like, you know, I guess they told him, the three of them, like, well, if you want this equipment back, you're going to have to break off $100,000. Or you ain't never going to get this equipment back. And that's what they're talking about. Like, well, did you get the equipment back? It was like, nah, I just went out and bought some more stuff. Right. And this happens, bro. This happens, man. It's sad, but it happens, man. This is the way of life. It is what it is, especially like you get into a situation with some folks and then they show their true colors. It's too late. You got to deal with it. Now, how you deal with it, that's what's important. And I just want to take this quick moment. Math could have handled this a couple ways. He could have. He took the high road for real. Like, you know what, y'all keep that. I'll do what I need to do to keep this thing rolling. I'll take my L. I'll learn from it, as opposed to just getting big. You want an excuse to get big, you got one. Someone saying break off $100,000 or else I'm keeping this, or else I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Come on, bro. I know cats that do, man, they'll come see you for $100. They'll come see you for somebody else's $100 because they just bout it like that. Math is showing like, man, he sees the vision. He's committed to his future and his family's future. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta respect that. It's another 20 seconds or so. Let's watch the rest of this.
So you paid for a bunch of equipment and they kept it?
My man said he need $100 grand. $100 grand.
For something that wasn't even worth $100 grand.
Right.
You know what I mean? So again, it's not the equipment. It's you know what it is. They think you about to be up on some bread, and right now they're just like, nah, you gonna pay me this. Like, go back and watch this Choke No Joke. Like, the whole thing with Math Hoffa is about 40 minutes. I think it's at the end of his podcast. Watch all of it, man. He really gets into the details. And I'm gonna keep it 100, man. It sucks. You expect this from strangers. You don't expect this from people on your team. Been on your team 3 years. Man, it's like some mob shit right here. Like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, why? Let's watch this last bit, man, and we'll be able to wrap this up. Let's see, 6 minutes. But, you know, like I said, man, shout out to Math for handling it the way he handled it. So this is the last part when, you know, this is basically he's going to wrap it up, you know, with these cats. Like, hey, this is how you want to be. Go ahead and just go ahead and be that. So let's check it out.
To fix this shit. And niggas came at me wrong. Like, I would have accepted, if y'all niggas so adamant about doing this show, bring it over here, but you gotta change it. It can't be the same thing that we doing.
Right, so he's talking about the three dudes, right? You got S.O. Heineken, I guess Space Ghost, like they want to do the same type show, right? We can do this, right? Math is doing this thing. We can bring in these people. We can do the same type show, same type content. All right, you can. But how about y'all just switch it up a little bit? You can have a show, bring it over here, get under this umbrella, and we can all eat when it's time to go up. And that's what Math is talking about. Just you can't do the exact same show. That doesn't make any sense.
It can't be the same thing.
Right.
Now I feel like you just purposely cutting me out when I done involved you in something like you niggas got hot on my show. I'm not saying you got hot because I made you hot. No, you came on a platform where niggas could see you and they liked you.
Right.
But I put the eyes on you.
That's a fact.
And I'm telling you, let's move like a family. And niggas is thinking, no, this is business. We got to move like sharks. All right. Be a shark.
This is business. We got to move like sharks. Nah, man. And that's why Math was so frustrated, man, because it's like, look, we right here. He's trying to tell him, like, yo, we right here. Do another show. Y'all could do a show and just strictly talk about, you know, they could have did a show just talking about the equipment, just talking to producers. They could have did a show talking to up and coming, you know, talent. They could have got like just getting, you know, these young cats out here that they think is fire, put them on the platform and let them rock out. It could be a show where they're judging. There you go. There's a show right there. They could get a show where they're bringing talent on and they're just critiquing the talent and telling them how they think they should move. And you know, and helping them, you know, like this is what you can expect with the paperwork and whatnot or whatever, right? It could have been like freestyles. You could have brought on producers to just like build beats right there doing a podcast. That would have been fire. Now that's different than what Math is doing, but that's okay. That's gonna accent the show. Bam, there you go, right there. They could have did that. Yo, Math, if you hearing this, man, go ahead and run that. Go ahead and run that, bro. Take that and run with it. You know what I mean? That would be fire. That's something I'll sit back and watch when you see somebody's creativity. You know what I mean? Because you imagine if you got some young kid who just fire on the streets, doing everything right. He hitting the books, doing school right. He ain't in the streets, you know what I mean, popping off that thing. He ain't robbing folks. He just committed to the art form, bring him on the platform. And he got talent like that. Like he go off the top of the dome doing everything like that. And then you got a producer in there, same thing, who creates right there on the spot. Can you imagine that? And these two young cats are doing their thing, getting the music right. They start performing the little joint that they just created in you know, you watch them create right there. And then Q-Tip walks in, Meth walks in. Could you imagine that? Man, that'll be something. I watch that every week. I watch that every week. That's all he's saying. Let's sit down, man. Let's work this out. Let's come up with something that's going to help us all get there. But nah, they got to do their own thing. Now we gonna run that. You want your equipment back? We need 100,000. You know what I mean? We bringing you fake dudes in here. We trying to cut you like that. We're going to bring dudes in here to get you to sign these fake documents. Right? So now we got this over you as well. Man, man, look. That shit right there, man. That's just foul. Math saw it coming. You know what I mean? Brother Hayoka, when you see something happening, is God speaking to you, letting you know about people and situations, because you need to know whatever it is sometimes ahead of time. yeah, man, if you in tune with that, bro, you know what I mean? It could be God talking to you. Sometimes people don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to me in the flesh and blood when I tell you, hey, this is about to happen. They don't want to listen to me. I know they ain't listening to God. You know what I'm saying? But that's people. Y'all need to listen. Pay attention. Mav saw it coming. He was able to deal with it. Brother Smeebles, one story Andrew Tate said that blew my mind was the story of the Muslim brothers that lived and ate together and put all their money together to make and build so much more working together. Yeah, man. And it's, not just the Muslims do it. You know what I mean? Like people from India do it. People I've seen from third world countries that come to America, they all do it. Be it they're coming from Somalia, they're coming from India, Pakistan, they're coming from Central or South America, they're coming from China. You know what I mean? Wherever they're coming from, they get here, they pull their resources together, they get a home, they get a business, right? They build that business up. Now they got enough money to buy another home, another business, and they just do that and do that and do that. And it's like there's their kids, and then their kids' kids are set for life. Right? And where do they do it? They do it in our neighborhoods. What I mean by our, like black neighborhoods, they do it in poor neighborhoods. Right? They do it there. Meanwhile, the people in the neighborhood, what do? They sit around and they complain about these people, the foreigners coming over to take all their jobs. And these people came over and created work. They saw an opportunity to create a business. You go to any hood in America, you're going to find South Koreans, Pakistanis, Indians. You're going to find them there. You go to a corner store and that's who's going to own it. Like, it is what it is, man. I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? But that's how it works. But the fact that you do business with people and they want to be a shark because they believe that's how it's done. Oh, you got to come hard with it. You got to be a shark. Or we can just work together to a common goal and get to the bag. We can get there. Mav has put the work in. Why would you want to cut him out now? That's stupid. Why? Because you want to be the boss. Why? Because you want the clout. That's why. You know what I mean? And that's sad. Sit back, man. We all gonna eat, man. Sit back. Well, he made $2 million more than I did. Yeah, but y'all both worth hundreds of millions. You worth 100 million, he worth 105 million, and you really want that other 5? Really? You really want that other 5? And sometimes it don't be the money. It's the woman. I want his woman. You know what I'm saying? Or, he got that car. I can't get that car because your credit messed up, bro. Fix your credit. It's always something. Jealous, envy. Like I said, it goes all the way back to the Old Testament, all the way back to the Bible, man, all the way back to Cain and Abel. Am I my brother's keepers? Am I my brother's keeper? You know what I mean? You need to vet your team like you vet your women, bro. All bullshit aside. You know what I mean? That's what y'all need to start doing. You really trying to come up and you got a team with you, better make sure you know who you dealing with. Make sure you know. It's easy to be cool when you broke, bro. But when you start getting to some real money, it's going to be some problems, man. It's going to be some problems. I'm the kind of dude with my crew, with my clan, man, we all going to eat. If you eating, I'm eating. I know that's how it works. If you got it, I got it. I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? Let's build it up. You don't need to know I'm involved. I don't care about clout. Right? And that's probably my secret right there. Y'all want a secret of the week? There it is. Don't care about clout, man. Lurk in the shadows. I've been saying that for a long time. I truly lurk in the shadows, man. You don't need to know what I'm doing. You don't need to know. I don't care. People, what do you do? Man, I don't have a job. I'm broke, man. I work at Wendy's, bro. Tell them that. Be serious. Like, I'm trying to get a job at Target. And let that chick walk away because you already know what it is. Right? But the top tier women, the women with game themselves, those women, they going to hang out for a second like, word, because they're going to be looking at you. Like, this dude don't work at Target. He got a manicure. I saw him pull up in that car over there. He's wearing an Omega, man. Look at that. He's got a Breitling on. Okay. She going to sit back. She going to listen to you, right? She going to wait till everybody gone. She going to come up. She going to pull up on you like, why are you keeping secrets? And then the game is on. Then this game is on. Have her buy you a coffee. You really want to know what I do, love? How about you go get me a coffee and I'll tell you. You gonna give it all up for a coffee? Well, we gonna start with a coffee. Now you in it. Y'all want to know game? There it is right there. Now you in it. Right? That's how you do it. But if you coming out there with the chain on, you wearing somebody else's chain or it's fake, you out here talking this nonsense like, oh, I got clout on this side with the phone, doing all this, we lit. Nah, bro. I can't. Hey, man, if that works for you, go ahead and do it. I can't do it. It's hard. You know how much footage I don't have because I didn't pick up my phone, and I got a platform. That's something I got to work on. I'm trying to force myself to get the footage because I need it for the platform. Man. You know what I mean? I'd rather just hire somebody to get the footage for me. Like, yo, just follow us around. Get the footage for me. But that's something I gotta get better. I gotta get better. Brother Smeebles, such a Western culture thing to do it yourself. But if you find the right people and work together, stuff truly it can happen, bro. It can. Vet your team, though, bro. Vet your team. You got to make sure that dude about it. You got to make sure about it. Y'all got to be proven to one another. Keep telling you, me and Jay Swans, we 30 years in. 30 years. We've been in these streets, bro. 30 years. So, in my family, brother, from the womb. You know what I'm saying? Me and my cousin, man, from the womb to the tomb, all my cousins. That's how it is. So it's you just got to vet them out. RTD, we got to know our history, get back to the roots. You definitely want to know your history. Those who don't know their history, they're doomed to repeat it. You definitely want to know, bro, but you have to understand it, right? It's not just enough to read the stories. You have to truly understand. Challenge yourself to truly understand, read between the lines, right? And go out and talk and learn from others, right? This is all part of that. Absolutely. You want to learn your history, man. You definitely want to learn from that, but definitely learn from it. Know the history and learn from it. Don't dwell in it. Don't dwell in that. Like, it's got to be this way because da-da-da-da. Nah, or it's these people's fault. It's the colonizers' fault. And it was back then, but we got to push through. Yeah, but redlining and, the prison system. Yeah, all bad. Still got to push through. You got to push through, right? And then you got to get there, right? Oh, the family court system and child support. Yeah, got to push through. Men don't have any reproductive rights. Sure don't. Not in this country. Still, you got to push through, right? It is what it is. It ain't fair. It ain't never going to be fair. Accept it. Move on. That's what y'all got to do. Math understands that. Yeah, it hurt him. You see it in the video. He's salty, man. He hurt. But guess what? He's pushing through. Them dudes said he got to deal with I think it was Revolt, like $2.5 million deal or something like that. That's dangerous talk. Like I said, Math ain't like, I live in the suburbs. Math is still in it. That's dangerous talk. People don't think on the street. Word? Math got 2.5 million? They think it's in the house. They going in the house. You know what I mean? Like, that's dangerous talk. And these guys are saying it, putting it out there, trying to get clicks and likes on their platform. They don't care about him. They don't care about his family, right? They don't care about his clan. Be careful who y'all, you know what I mean? Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Brother Smeebles, honestly, if I learned that about 10 to 13 years ago, I'd be in such amazing place because I've always been the lone wolf. Absolutely, man. It ain't too late, bro. It's never too late, man. You just got to push. You just got to push on, bro. Make it happen. It has to, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Make sure whatever you're doing works for you. If you want to be nice and do someone a solid, do them a solid, man. Don't expect anything in return. And if you're expecting something in return, it should be paperwork to back it up. I'm gonna do this for you, man. You gotta sign this paperwork, bro. It could be something real simple, man. It's a basic text message, man. Like, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is why I'm doing it, and this is what I'm expecting. Bet. And they gotta respond to it. Yep, absolutely. Bet. Cool. At least you could take that to small claims court. Like, look, Your Honor, we talked about it. I didn't think I was gonna have to go get a $10,000 attorney to write up some paperwork for me to do this metal work, Your Honor. But he agreed to it right here. And guess what? The small claims judge probably gonna be like, yeah, he did agree to it. Boom. Now, any money you would have made or whatever, you probably lost it by paying for the court fees, but still, try to protect yourself, yo. Try to protect yourself, man. You know what I mean, Brother Mike? I see you, Uncle. I see you, bro. I see you, man. Like, we going to get there. We going to get everybody. We all going to get there. All of us. All of us. All we got to do is stay focused. That's it. Stay focused. What you got going on, man? What is your mission? Figure out your mission. I got a board right here. Everything I got going on, I put it on the board when it has to do with this platform. I put it on the board. I make it happen. When I get the show, I erase it. All my big shows up there. All my big goals are up there. Like, oh, is that your vision board? No, it's a fucking dry erase board. This is stuff I need to take care of. This is day-to-day stuff, man. Call it what you want to call it. This is how I get business done. You know what I mean? Hey, you got a vision board. Like, make the hell out of here, bro. This is how I get business done. Do whatever you need to do to get your business done. Right? If your thing is, I just want a baddie, I want a girl. If that's really what it is, all right, hit the gym. Start making your money. Right? Go read Unplug Alpha. Watch Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? Watch Donovan Sharp. You know what I mean? Put it all in the think tank. If that's really what you are after, that ain't hard. Right? You learn how to talk. Learn how to move. You know what I mean? Get your social skills together and you will get a girl. Absolutely. Get your money right. Right? These dudes paying top dollars to come down to Miami in January, right? It's going to be some dimes in there, and that's really what they want to do. They want to trade. They want to try their hand. All right. If that's what it is, go ahead. You can do the same thing wherever you live. You do the same thing. No, she's going to go off for someone else. She's going to go to Dubai. She's going to go with, nah. You can do the same thing, bro. Just got to get your head right, bro. Get your social skills together, bro. That's it. You don't need a Rolex. You don't need drip. You don't need, brand name clothes. You don't need none of that, bro. None of it. Be on your mission. Be on your purpose. And guess what? There's going to be plenty of women coming to holler at you. Plenty of women. Right? That's how it's done. Simple. I suggest you start a business, but if that's what you want, if that's really what you want, man, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. Brother Hayoka lost a friend because of his ego getting in the way, choosing his ego over doing the correct things. That happens all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Brother Hayoka, continue. It's not going to be fair. The creativity comes from having restrictions, time, money, or problems in general. They force you to stretch yourself. Yeah. Like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I'm telling y'all, bro, careful who you vet. Shout out to Math Hoffa. Go check out My Expert Opinion. Man, they have some great episodes on there. Go check that out. You want to know what's going on in the streets. You want to know what's going on in that hip hop world when it comes to business and all that. You know what I mean? Because they got they got Brother Mech on there, who is a beast when it comes to paperwork and all that kind of stuff, who's been in the business forever, worked at Source and all this other kind of stuff. He's doing big things. They got the right dudes on that platform. These are conversations you really need to be hearing if you into that world, and it translates to any situation. You know what I mean? So go check that stuff out, y'all. Thanks for rocking with me, bro. I just wanted to throw that out there because Math Hoffa could have done some real street shit, and he didn't. Shout out to him. He didn't do anything street. He just keeping it going, right? He's focused on the mission. At least 3 years in, and it looks like he was able to get across that finish line, man. It looks like he finally got to a deal where he was able to get My Expert Opinion onto a major platform. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? That's the man. Shout out to him. I wish him nothing but the best. I even put in a word with Myron Gaines, man, trying to get him on Fresh and Fit. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, that's what it was. I reached out. That's what it was when we were going back and forth on Instagram. I asked him if he would consider doing Fresh and Fit, and he says, yeah, I know who they are, and I would love to. You know what I mean? So I sent that information. This was months and months ago. I sent that information to the fellas, but they've been busy. And but I recently sent Myron a text like, yo, it'd be good if you can get Math on there, bro. And if they get Math Hoffa on that platform, best believe Uncle Saint's going to be in the studio that day. You know what I mean? I definitely want to go down there and shake that man's hand. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a real dude. I know where he came from. And for anybody who could come from the streets like that, get through the legal system, get through all the bullshit in the hood, and make it, I got nothing but respect for that, brother. I give him a bottle of Hennessy, bro. That's why here you go. That's for you, cuz. Take that. You know what I mean? Bottle of XO for you. right? And that's right here, stranger. I don't even know that, man. That's how much respect I got for that hustle, that ethic. You know what I mean? And dealing with this like a CEO and not dealing with this like a crime boss, because he could have. He got people, he could have made some phone calls. Things could have happened, and he didn't do it. So shout out to him, man. I'm done. This was great. Thanks for rocking out with me. I really appreciate that. RTD, that would be dope, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? It would be dope. Thanks for everybody who was rock with me, man. RTD, thanks for coming through. Eric B was in here, Convo and Chill with Tommy B. I appreciate you, Brother Smeebles, Brother Michael. Of course, y'all know I appreciate y'all. We had Colonel Sanders in here. Rod Eric was in here, man. Thank y'all, everybody. Sister Candace was here, of course. Thank y'all so much for coming through, Brother Smeebles. Brother Jason, again, thanks for that cash out, brother. I appreciate that, man. For real, for real. That, I mean, every penny counts, man. We are building something here. You know what I mean? And thanks for rocking with me, y'all, my day ones. Dusto was in the house, man. Thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate it. Brother Doug, everybody who was here, Cody is king. Thank you so much, y'all, for coming through. I really appreciate it. Sister Follow was in the house as well. Thank y'all so much for coming through. You know what I mean? Can't do it without y'all. Real talk. You know what I mean? We're going to keep pushing forward. If y'all got any suggestions on shows, please hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram's below. If y'all got any suggestions on shows, hit me up. If I don't do the show, hit me back up. You know what I mean? Stay on me. It's just me. It's a one-man show. So if I'm like, oh, that sounds good, and I don't do shit within a couple of weeks, hit me up again like, yo, don't forget, and then I'll do it right away. All right? So y'all be easy. Happy Monday. Thanks for rocking out with me, man. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.